Hello, Forecaster here again, and we are back for episode 212 of the Minecraft Let's Play, and I have finally found red limestone, and it is approximately right here. And I didn't use the drone to do it. I actually used uh, MC Edit, which is not the same as it's not the mod, it is the program that you can edit worlds in, and I have a script for that can scan for specific blocks in an area, and it took many hours to actually do that, for the script to scan a large enough area, and it found some over here. Now I am pretty far from my base, and I'm going to put a picture of my map here, where with a scale reference, and you'll see how far away from my base I am. But right here is where it found red limestone. Now I have tried my drone, and I used the GPS tool to find my way here, of course. Now, if I put my drone here, you can see that it says found it. So, it means that it is... That flew away a bit. It means that it found, or it sees the red limestone as well. Which means that it works. It is just really slow. And normally if I was playing on my own regularly, I wouldn't really care. I would have just resigned to searching with the drone, because that'd be the legitimate way of doing it. But because I have to record episodes in a timely fashion, and I don't want to delay the construction of the museum any longer, I used MC Edit to scan for the red limestone. Of course, I'm going to mine it up normally. I'm going to hide IDs again. And incidentally, that shortcut also brings up that dialogue from the Enchiridion. So, yeah, somewhere down here, there should be... there we are. Red limestone. I'm going to grab a bit of that with the old Silk Touch pickaxe, and then we are going to go back up on top, and we're going to set up the miner, and we're going to set it to mine just red limestone with Silk Touch mode on, because I would prefer not having to smelt all this. So, pretty much just plonk the advanced miner down here, set it to whitelist, Silk Touch true, put that in there, and then we're going to put the OV scanner, put in a new battery, just because, and then we can put this in, and it's going to start working its way down. It's going to take a while before it actually reaches the limestone down there, because it has to work its way through every layer. Probably could have put it lower down, but I don't know where the limestone, the top of the limestone lump is. So better put it up here so I get as much as possible. And then we're going to put this spruce drawer there. And it would seem that I don't have any storage upgrades with me, but we can fix that by making new ones. Fortunately, they're just a bit of wood. Do I have wood? I don't have any wood. A bit of wood and some kind of upgrade material, which I only have 3 emeralds, which is not enough, but I do have diamonds, so I can use that instead. I do have quite a bit of diamonds now, so let's see. Should get a few sticks because I don't have any, and then right. I need more wood because I need to make a drawer of some type. Let's see. Which requires a chest, and it's going to require more wood. Boop. 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 So hopefully now the construction can commence. I still have a few more things I need to make before I need more sticks before I can make the building, like some frames, and some windows and stuff. But that should be relatively quick compared to the search for red limestone. And hopefully the construction will go on without a hitch, ideally. So I'm not going to record waiting for 8 times base value. What is the emerald one? Let's see, 13 times. Okay, so the emerald one is better. But I don't have any. Oh, it's already started digging up red limestone. I thought it would take longer. Nice. 9 of them. It's not a lot, but there will be more. So yeah, I'm going to cut here, and I'm going to allow the miner to reach the bottom of the world, basically, to dig up as much as it can. And then I'm going to hike back to my base, which is a fair bit. Ah, dang it. Ow. And then we are going to be back for some vengeance / building construction. So, I will see you then. And we are back, and the lump of limestone is actually smaller than I expected. I only got a few hundred blocks out of it, and I need slightly more to be able to afford the building. So I'm going to have to find another one. So I put down the drone, and it actually found another vein over there, which is great. So going to pop over in that direction and put up the miner there instead. Going to put away some stuff, and then I'm going to need to break this. So now that we are in an area which has small deposits of red limestone, finding them with the drone is a lot more feasible, because they are closer together. So finding one here apparently means that there are more nearby, which turns out to be true. So about here, this is the place by the looks of it. We can increase the height of this marker to our level to verify. Yes, here, right here is where it encountered. That is, of course, not. Doesn't mean that this is the center of the deposit in any way, but close enough. So we're going to put the miner up again. We have the OV scanner. I put in some more power because it ran out. I don't want to put that in yet. One whitelist, silk touch on, speed upgrades, and then go. Uses a lot of power to use silk touch. Fortunately, I have quite a bit. So now I'm going to mine up more red limestone, and hopefully after this I'll have enough. So then I'll head back to the base, like I said before, and I will see you then. And we are back, and I did find more red limestone, fortunately. It was pretty easy. I just put down the drone and there were more deposits in the same area, and I just went with the first one I found. Well, or at least one more deposit. So I now have the red limestone, 336. I have some stone left over that I haven't turned into bricks. I also have made the, let's see, 864 brown limestone bricks that I also used, which I had already collected. It was a little bit easier to find than the red limestone. There are a few more things that needs to be made. This thing here is making oak wood planks. As you can see, it's cutting them up. I need 1,965 of those. This is going to make slightly more than that. I'm currently waiting for iron ingots to be cast, because I need a bunch of them, and it looks like I have enough. I need 4.5 stacks to make reinforced frames. A bunch of those. I'll do that off camera though. Just a little progress report. I'm going to make the final things I need. Let's grab 1.5 stack of those. It can fill up the rest. Throw that in there for now. I've got a bunch of ores to smelt as well, I see. This redstone you probably saw, it was sitting in the hoppers here before. And the reason for that is that there apparently wasn't a recipe for redstone with the rock crushers by default, which I thought there was. And I didn't realize that at first. That's why they were stuck. So I've added that now, so we can dump some of that in here, and that will be crushed. I added it so that it has a guaranteed 4 pieces of redstone and a 50% chance for an extra one. The ore, when mined with a normal pickaxe, of course, drops between 4 and 5. Maybe I should increase that a little bit, because getting these require an enchantment. Speaking of that, it was also something I wanted to demonstrate. I've run out of fluid experience again, and that is repairing this. Now you can see that this has 223 uses out of 500 left. It's a steel pickaxe, of course, as you can see with Silk Touch 1. I happen to have a chest plate here, which I got from a skeleton, I think. It has projectile protection 2 and resistance 1 on it. Should we see how many uses the experience this will yield will repair? So we have 223. And then we're going to throw that in there. And that gives me about 6,000 millibuckets of liquid experience. That is going to work its way over to the repair thing. And it is going to start repairing this again. While we're waiting for that, I've also set up a little bit of a charging station here. This used to sit in the floor right there, I think. Probably. Yeah. And I used to stand on it to recharge my armor and certain tools. I'm now carrying around all of these, and I recently used all of them powering the miner. And then I had to recharge each of these individually, and it turned out to be a bit of a pain. So what I've done is I've put this crate here, and I can just dump chargeable items in it, and this hopper will put them into this, which will have a bunch of power in it, of course. And I put an empty RE battery in here. It wasn't empty when I put it here. It was drained into the buffer here, of course, but it's blocking the slot, so the hopper can't put items there, because otherwise if it gets something that is partially charged, it might put it in here, because if this slot is full, which I don't want. And then when an item is fully charged, I have this emerald pipe here, which is whitelisted with this list here, and the list is this one, and it of course has all of the fully charged versions of these items in it, or at least the ones that I've had, that I have in here. And then it has this set, which I forget what it means, but it basically matches metadata, I think. Or it's the damage one, I'm not sure, because they aren't labeled and I keep forgetting. But whatever it means that these will only match when they are fully charged. So when the item has been in here and is fully charged, it will be extracted by the pipe and put into one of these shelves by these clay insertion pipes. So this is done. So 223, I'm pretty sure it was. And now it has 240. So that is 17 uses from one level 2 enchantment and one level 3 enchantment. And that's not a lot. That's 17 blocks I can mine with this. And this thing only has a level 1 enchantment on it. And the more enchantments something has, the more expensive it is to repair, the more experience it will cost. And it seems like we are using the reactor, because stuff is running. So yeah, while it might seem overpowered to be able to repair things with experience like this, it's pretty balanced, I would say, given how expensive it is, and which is why I added the recipe to smelt experience bottles into liquid experience directly, so I wouldn't have to fiddle with the enchanting and disenchanting stuff. But it is, of course, useful to be able to remove enchantments or use enchantments on garbage I get from mob drops, which is nice. But as you can see, it doesn't. Relying solely on that doesn't add up to much, because I've of course used this to mine a bunch of redstone, all of that redstone, and add this coal ore. And funnily enough, coal doesn't go in the miner's backpack right now by default, but coal blocks do, probably because they match the ore label in the ore dictionary, and coal doesn't match any of the labels. Iron matches the ingot. Coal doesn't have a label, it's just coal. So yeah, I'm going to leave that there. Put more experience in there as I get drops and stuff. And hopefully repair that back up to full at some point. I forget why I put these here. Oh well. Um, so, with that, I will be back once I have made the remaining um, blocks for the building, and then we'll be meeting up over by the construction site where I'm pretty sure I've already set up the builder and such, and we're going to assemble the building. So, I will see you then. And we are finally back, and it's been quite a while, but we are finally ready. Now, as you can see, I've set up all the things. I have two electrical engines now for the builder to speed it up a bit. We have the logistics system, and I still need to put frames on all of these. As you can see, I've constructed the cobblestone foundation already, which, as you can see, is solid this time because I was lazy when I built the building, and this took a while to build, especially with this little power. The builder can go a lot faster if you give it enough juice. But I'm going to finish the setup. I'm going to remove the cobblestone from there. And I'm going to place all the logistics frames, and also going to need to put this in here to recharge that some more. Took out the other battery that I expended already. And this should be all the stuff, unless I've miscalculated somewhere. These went into a crate because I happen to have a few crates on me. So, probably going to be standing up on that tree, and then the rest of the video is probably going to be a time lapse of the construction. Oh yeah, I also expanded the railway a bit. I made a fork down there, which goes up here, because I didn't want to drag all the drawers from over beyond that building all the way over here individually, because I could only carry a few at once. So yeah, I'll see you in a little bit. I'll be up on that tree, and there will be a time lapse, and then probably we'll see each other at the end of the video, so to speak, for an outro and having a look at the finalized building. So yeah, I'll be back shortly. Alright, so there we are. The building process did not go as smoothly as I would have hoped. The I had to interrupt the time lapse partway through because I realized when the builder stopped that I'd forgotten to put logistics modules behind some of the drawers, which kept it from receiving those components, which is a bit unfortunate. It has also rotated these logs wrong, probably because the building is rotated 90 degrees relative to how I built it. And I would have expected it to support these vanilla logs, but maybe it doesn't support the newer ones like the dark oak wood. Maybe it doesn't even try to rotate them. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to fix that, obviously. But yeah, this is the museum. Pretty nice, I think, except the errors. It's going to need lighting, of course. Probably put the lights on the floor somehow. And I'm going to have a look at that when I'm wiring the buildings up, of course. But as you can see, it's just one floor. It's been designed to have displays thrown about, display cases. You put on these pillars, you have freestanding pedestals and armor stands around to display other things and statues. Yeah, going to enjoy filling this up eventually. I have a bunch of stuff already, of course. I'm just going to go in here and maybe I'll get more things as we go along. And that is going to end this episode. Still have a few more buildings to design and construct, like the workshop and the farms. Farms being less of a building and more of a raised area with a little warehouse next to it. Yeah, so I'll get to that. Probably use more common materials this time for the remaining buildings, maybe. We'll see. And with that, I will see you in the next episode. Hi! Welcome to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please click the like button. If you didn't, click the dislike button. Or leave a comment telling me either way, because any sort of user engagement makes YouTube more likely to show the video in searches or suggestions. Now, did you know that I have a page on my website that has a list of all of the shows I have on YouTube, even past ones, along with their respective publishing schedules, as well as a list of all of the past videos that is searchable by series, tags, or title. And I also have a subscription system that is entirely separate from YouTube's that allow you to subscribe to specific shows from me, as well as stream notifications, such as when I schedule or start a stream. So if that sounds useful, do go and check that out. There are links in the description.